So women in the 60s, you would say, didn't have this?
So women in their 40s and 50s, back when our mothers and grandmothers were that age, they were probably empty nesters by this point. If they worked, it was probably a 9-to-5 job. They didn't have their phones blowing up while they're trying to raise little kids. Also taking care of aging parents, which of course hits women harder, and usually right in their 40s when they're trying to get ahead at work, they're being told to lean in, their phones are blowing up. It's new because it's just more things all at once at this moment.
You know, in your book, you talk with two women and you said both of them raised with unrealistic expectations and running up against countless obstacles. You see only what isn't there. They were taking care of the family, but they didn't have a career, or they had a career but never found a partner. They'd lost enough weight, they hadn't saved enough for retirement, and they hadn't made a significant impact on the world. I mean, so we're just lying in bed thinking about the impact on the world? No wonder we're, oh my gosh, I need to save the world. I can't sleep.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's true for our generation especially, right? So a lot of us were raised being told you can be anything, even president, right? Don't be a nurse, be a doctor, strive harder, do more, reach for the stars. But we weren't given the support to make all those dreams happen.
And this was personal for you. You faced your own midlife crisis with sleep. What happened?
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago. I just had a really rough summer where a ton of freelance work fell apart all at once. I was having really intense perimenopausal symptoms, which I go into in the book. People don't talk about it enough, how hard
I'm ready to do a whole show on it.
Please do.
Because I'm 49, all my friends that I went to college with, it's the topic. I have not started a conversation with a single girlfriend that didn't say something about perimenopausal or something in that effect. And that's a part of this crisis, thinking of the future in our bodies.
Exactly. So that hits right at the moment we're taking care of little kids and aging parents and working. It's like, and those symptoms can be very intense. They can last 10 years. And that just adds to everything. So I was going through all of that. And I just felt old. I felt tired, and I felt like, how am I going to do all these things? How am I going to get my, kid through college and my other kid into middle school and make sure my parents are okay and make enough money? Because I was the breadwinner, as a lot of women of this generation are. And I felt like, what am I going to do?
So you wrote the book. What do we do?
So what I did was, first I wrote a story for Oprah.com.
Went viral. The story went viral.
The story went viral, and I was surprised. I knew there were a few women who were going through this, but I didn't know it was that many. And then I was asked to do this book expanding on it. And what I heard from so many women was just being able to name this problem, to name what they're going through, helped a lot.
And what is the name for it?
I call it a midlife crisis.
Midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Why don't men go through, I don't mean to be flip about it, but I mean, when men go through midlife crisis, everyone pretends they get a Ferrari if they could afford it, or a new pair of jeans or something to flash off, but we break down.
Well, but also we keep taking care of people, don't we? I think, one woman after another I talked to, she was still getting the gift basket to the teacher at the end of the school year. She was still getting breakfast on the table for the whole family. She was still getting all the groceries and cleaning the house.
But we can't stop doing those things.
Yes, but I think if we join with other women, I think if we talk with other women about how hard it is and we strategize together, I think that really helps.
Well, we have a couple of people in our audience. We have Liz, a mom of 4. You're behind me, Liz. Let me get the microphone here. Okay, all right. Make it easy for Tamron Hall. Thanks, Dean. All right, Liz, let me get you to stand up.
So I'm a co-founder at Motherly, and we hear from women in our community all the time that say, basically, they don't have time for sleep, right? They have the mental load of motherhood. They're doing all the things. So what I really want to know on behalf of them is not just what they can do, but what can society do around them to lighten their load so that they can get the rest that they deserve.
I'm curious, because I don't even know. I don't think there's an answer to that. What is it?
Well, I do think partners can help out at home a lot more. And you hear them in study after study saying, oh, I'm doing 50%. And then you look at the time use numbers, they're not doing 50%.
Yeah.
So I think that can really change. I think
But that's us making and allowing them to. I told the story of my husband never orders anything on Amazon. He thinks it magically appears. And I'm like, listen, dude, we might not make it to 5 years of marriage if you don't start doing it. But it is us demanding or asking that help.
That's right. I think we need to let them, like you said, and maybe it won't be perfect. Maybe the dinner won't be exactly as good as the dinner you would have cooked, but if it's on the table, that's a win.